Hello.
Guys, how are you?
Afternoon.
Everyone is well.
Evening, morning, good night.
We don't know what time zone we're in here.
We are back in the Eastern Standard Time after spending time in the Pacific Standard Time, all three of us.
We had a lovely time, didn't we?
We did.
We had a lovely time. Yeah, Michael is pickled his liver. He's barely back with us, but he's here.
He's got 5 years off his life. That's okay.
Better.
Exactly.
You feeling good?
Feeling great.
Good.
Blow your ears off here. How to do that? For free.
So last week you would have seen a little bit less of us because Mikey was on vacation and Ian and myself went to San Diego to test with TaylorMade, Callaway, and Cobra for all their 2023 product. So we filmed, and you will not see until January 10th.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't really see. Well, we got a ton done.
We got a ton done.
That day, you will see, I believe, it's 13 segments from 4 different companies on January 10th.
Same day.
Same
Everyone's
day.
coming out.
There's an internal reason
YouTube
why.
channel's gonna blow up.
I know.
Yeah, so internally there's a big client of all these companies that sends out a big mailer on that day. So they all want to be a part of it. So January 10th is going to be an absolute crazy show. We might come in and go live and just, people can come and check in and say hello and then go back and watch a video. But
yeah, we've got lots to try and kind of like figure out with that. We were talking about maybe scheduling it some way somehow, and
sure, what to
I
do.
know.
They'll have different embargo times,
Do
to
you
be
think so?
fair. Yes, TaylorMade will probably be 7 a.m.
Okay.
I expect Callaway and the rest to be 9 or 10 a.m.
Okay, so,
So
we'll
we'll
be a
spread
little
them a
bit
bit.
different. Okay.
But part of me just wants to blast them out there as soon as we can. Well, we'll get. But on their times.
yeah.
'Cause it would be nice to be first to press on. I don't think we've ever been first to press on 4 different companies, right on
no.
embargo time. So
Very true.
yeah, you guys have that to look forward to. Mark in your calendar. Quit your job, take a day off, whatever you have to do. January 10th is not a work day.
Do not go to work.
No.
Everyone gets sick.
Yeah.
I'm off.
Or close your office door and just watch YouTube all day.
Exactly.
It's Christmas. I'm
Working from home. I want to go and take a flexi day. Work from home.
Flex day.
I'm gonna write that one down.
So anyway, that's the update. That's why you
what
didn't
we're
see
doing.
much of us last week, but
Yep.
we were busy. But you guys saw us live, obviously, on Tuesday.
That's right. We were up at the bridges.
One of the nicest places I've ever seen.
That is.
So good.
Yeah, you got to come with us next time. It was outrageously nice.
was
So
unreal.
we did the new irons from TaylorMade, which were nice minor updates, nothing crazy. I didn't think. Cosmetic, little tuning here and there, but
Tweaks.
not a wholesale change. That's for damn
Did
sure.
you play?
No.
We never played golf.
We
Did you
hit
see the
balls.
bridges? Like the actual bridge?
Yeah, we looked around a
It's
little
like
bit.
multi-million-dollar bridge to go across the valley.
Oh, really?
played
Oh,
nine
I didn't
holes.
see
there's
that.
an
Nine
actual-
hole there's long time ago.
Oh.
Didn't I say that when we drove across them? No, it was like this bridge as well. Anyway, that place is crazy. There was like an Aston Martin SUV in the parking lot and stuff. I was like,
that's
this place
amazing.
is where we belong.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But anyway, so that was when you saw us live, which turned out great. Dates for the Ping G430 release, Bradley, is January 10th. Time, I'm not sure, but probably like 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll post a bunch of stuff on our Instagram leading up to it so you guys know exactly when to log on. But as we said, January 10th, don't work, don't leave the house, and tell everyone you know that you're busy.
Okay, what else is going on in the world? I was getting caught up here. Morning, y'all.
The match,
Did you go home?
I didn't have
That
any.
was Saturday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it.
I've watched all of it. It was amazing.
Was it great? I'm
I
gonna
thought
watch
it was
the
awesome.
highlights.
I heard
I'm
it
gonna
was
watch
the
the
best
highlights
one.
one.
Yeah, I never
It was
got
my
to
favorite one by far. So
I'm gonna watch the. I already know who won, but I'm still gonna watch the repeat because I heard it was so
It was
good.
really good.
I love the under the lights idea.
Under the Lights was really good. You
Smart.
could tell that they were struggling a little bit once they get out into the fairway. Like it was great, well lit in the tee boxes, but
Yep.
once they get out into the fairway, they're struggling a little bit. But
Big Cat looked like he had a bit of speed.
He did.
he looks jacked.
Yeah, but he played. I didn't see it, so.
No, he was pretty close. Like he looked like he was. Oh, he was good. You know,
Like
he
you're
definitely
talking
looks
about
good.
length off the tee.
He was hit it plenty, deep enough.
Yeah.
But I thought the swing looked really good. His touch looked pretty good.
So he really has gotten
Struggling a
screwed
lot.
with this foot.
It didn't look like he was struggling like that badly.
Him and JT should have been partners.
You think? Because they're
Ah,
buddies.
boys.
Yeah.
Get out of speed.
Well,
Get out, Steve.
I don't expect that will be the last of
No.
those 4 because it sounds. as you said,
That's the 4.
Yeah.
that's the 4 to do.
That is the
I
4.
enjoyed Yeah.
Because the last few matches were boring with like non-golfers that could care less.
Could not care
It
less.
didn't work the way they wanted it to.
If they want to do like a golf and a non-golf one or something, then that's fine. But like,
Do 'em both.
if you're going to do a golf one, do it as they done it. And I think those four, that made so much sense.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think we missed anything else. Nothing else was going on.
Nothing much else going on. No. 15% off on the
gift cards.
on
Yeah,
the gift card
cards.
sale for the next 2 days. Flash sale,
Is that all that's
15%
left?
off.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 days, so today, tomorrow, guys. If you are struggling for last-minute gifts for your loved ones, even if it's to buy something off the online store, a product for next year,
idea.
you just want to save yourself $15. Load up. You can buy that.
It's actually a great idea.
It is.
If you almost prepay
Yeah.
for like a 2023 driver.
If you know you're gonna be buying a new club for next year, why wouldn't you just load up and
That's
get
gonna be
it for
worth-
15% off?
Yeah, that's gonna be worth a lot of money.
No, absolute no-brainer.
Good point.
And on the Club Champions side, I believe they'll be doing the same thing. I think the UK Golf Principles are doing it. We are doing it in Canada. Pure Form probably in Australia. I think company-wide, guys, you'll see all of us doing the same promos
And we've
leading up
got
to Christmas.
12 days of TXG.
12 days of
Christmas
TXG. Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where? How many days in are we?
I think this is day 6.
Yeah, this is day 6.
Just gave
I
away a
think it's
TXG
6.
hoodie. I saw.
Yeah.
What's next? You know?
Not sure what today
There
was.
a fitting a couple days ago.
Yeah,
okay.
There was a swag bundle a couple days ago.
There's a really cool one for the 12th day.
Is it?
A really, really cool one.
Something sexy.
Yeah, it's a sexy little prize.
It's like when you do the advent calendar and the chocolate's huge on the 24th.
A headshot.
I was going to say it's
sign.
Mikey and a Mankini signed.
The Mike Calendar 2023.
Hello, ladies.
Signed. That
Every
would be.
page is signed.
That would be worth something.
Yeah.
Our buddy Rob Coates says, "Welcome back." Thanks, buddy. Tell us your favorite part of the trip.
Oh,
I would say our day with Cobra was my favorite part of the trip.
no-brainer.
Yeah, we had a
Absolute
fantastic day with them from breakfast all the way
Yep.
into the wee hours of the evening.
Yeah.
Late night.
Enough.
No, not late.
Listen.
It wasn't late. It
Don't
was
you
You
like-
had
worry
a
about
late
it.
night?
Don't you worry about it.
No way.
I was
I've tried to
steaming.
get him out for a
No,
drink
I
for
was
the
like,
last 2
it was
years.
Steaming.
It was 9 p.m.
7 Crown Royals.
9
and
p.m.
Coke.
You did? You did have a cocktail?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, Cobra, not just because they took us out for dinner, but also the product testing with them. We had a blast. They really went all out. I think 6 or 7 members of staff came from HQ.
Yeah.
Great setup on the range, amazing demo options. I've never seen more left-handed heads in my life, and I don't know if I ever will again.
Incredible. No, that's as good as it. That was
All
the
other
full
companies
treatment.
need to take note of that because it was outrageously good.
That was the full treatment.
And I would say, without ruining anything, Cobra is going to be a hell of a company to beat in 2023. And I don't just mean the woods. They have some extremely good stuff.
Yeah, the iron.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite day. That was my favorite day.
I think we were shocked that going up to do the live at the bridges worked.
That's a great point.
From a technology standpoint, like we looked at each other and went, how did we pull that off?
So we were a little location
Challenged.
going into Tuesday, which was the embargo day for the irons. Was it the lad from TaylorMade, Michael, that?
Yeah.
So Michael from TaylorMade HQ in the States, at like 8 o'clock at night on Monday, is like, I think you guys can go to the bridges and use their academy. So we're like, okay. So we show up, and the place the place might as well have been built to do broadcasting.
Oh.
We had help with lighting. It was outrageous.
was.
I would say the surprise of the week, Tuesday,
Yeah.
but best day, Thursday,
Definitely Thursday. Yeah.
with Cobra.
Definitely. We bumped into the My Golf Spy boys.
Eating ice cream.
We bumped
in
into
Carlsbad.
them in Handles.
All
For those
of
of you
them.
who know
So good.
Carlsbad, know Handles is the ice cream joint. Matty Boy and I enjoyed a little. What did we have? Cookie dough.
We had cookie dough.
chocolate Chip cookie
I
dough.
tell you what, that was a hell of a good ice cream.
Unreal. But yeah, we saw all the boys. Had a nice catch up with them.
Yeah, they've had 7 or 8 staff
There
down.
was a lot of them.
They had some staff from TPI and Titleist.
That's right. Yeah. Luke was there. Brett Porath was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Jacqueline was there.
I want to play golf with Brett Forth and see how bad at golf
I was
I am.
telling.
Apparently
I was
he's
telling you,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, he was saying.
+6.
Yeah, club champions, club records all over the place.
Maybe we'll go for a lesson with him next time.
I know.
What is your secret, my friend? But anyway, yeah, the trip was great.
It was fantastic.
Except for when they lost, Air Canada lost my camera case containing my life's work possessions. Luckily, it was returned to me last night at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, I would have had a meltdown.
Yeah.
major meltdown.
Yep.
Actually, we wouldn't be doing this.
I know,
probably
we
right now.
nearly were not doing this today.
I
yeah.
would be
You
inconsolable.
had a day off. Come on, Air
No!
Canada.
You're getting a day off for Christmas, don't worry.
I'm knackered.
I'm knackered. Rob saying, was seeing the My Golf Spy guys akin to the Anchorman brawl between these teams?
No, it was very friendly.
No, it was.
We had been drinking and we were eating ice cream. It's hard to be
Yeah.
rude.
We were in a
in
good
good
place. Yeah.
And new guys
Were
actually.
you lily-eyed?
No,
Nah, no chance.
no, that was driving. That was DD.
Yeah, no, he was.
That was.
He only had a couple cocktails at dinner. Dinner was great.
It's all lovely. Should have seen this place.
Oh, so it was called the. Butcher this, but whatever. It's like the Maria.
Yeah,
A resort.
brand new beach resort.
Brand new.
This place, honestly,
In
this place
Carlsbad?
was unreal.
I guess would be considered like Carlsbad by the
Yeah.
sea kind of thing.
Yeah.
Del Mar.
I think it was Del
Del Mar. Oh God, the place was nice. Yeah, I
was
could have moved in there, and the restaurant was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Food was
What was
incredible.
that restaurant called again? It was
Vega?
Like Vega. Vaga? V-A-G-A?
Vega Bar.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce
Yeah.
it, but it was Latin American kind of fusion, I guess they call it. But yeah, we were spoiled. We were spoiled.
Oh, it was good. It was very, very good.
All right. Do you want to
let's-
start taking some questions?
Let's dive on in there.
Awesome.
Guys, we can't talk too much about the new product. I know lots of people are kind of poking and prodding, looking for little winks and
You'll be
nudges
getting
and
none.
nods.
We signed a lot of NDAs. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
Don't be getting us in trouble, Michael.
Yeah, don't get us in trouble. It's always you, Mikey. You're
Deal.
always
Go on Instagram. It's all over there.
That is this.
Well, that's-
We don't need to blow it. That's
fine.
Other people can.
photos. Someone asked when the TM embargo is. Again, guys, January 10th.
January
is the day.
10th, I think
Everything.
pretty much everyone is going to go January 10th. Who's going on the 11th? One company was on the 11th.
Not the ones that we saw.
There was one.
Do you think Strixon?
Something maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Probably
it might have
Strixon.
been. I think it was.
And they have a
I
bunch of
think
new
it-
stuff,
yeah,
which
yeah.
we'll be testing.
And it's over there in the box.
Yep. Is the new Copra as good as Bryson was saying it would be? That's a funny story that I think I probably told on the live. Mikey and I were at Dove Mountain last year.
Mm-hmm.
We interviewed Bryson, and Bryson off camera told us that the next year's driver, I won't quote him because he used a few words that
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be demonetized for, but just how good next year's generation would be. So we will tongue-in-cheek say that that's feasible, what he said. Yeah, definitely feasible.
Yeah,
We were impressed.
definitely. Sean is asking Mizuno. Sean, we've not seen the Mizuno woods yet.
Yeah, we need to get on that,
Yeah.
I guess, don't we?
I have a podcast I'm doing with Vosh on Thursday.
Oh, sweet.
Talking about the new gear. So
Good.
definitely looking forward to that. But we should have, I would imagine, samples in hand very, very
We
soon.
might have to see if we, on the podcast, see if we can get him to fly up and see us.
Yeah, that would be
Poke and
nice.
prod a bit.
Yeah.
Offer him a nice hotel. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
That'd be good, eh?
I mean, we're going to be down at the show the week after anyway, I
True enough,
suppose,
we can
but
test Mizuno.
maybe-
Well, we don't have much else to test, so we should do Mizuno down there.
I'd definitely like to set up some time off.
Off-site.
Yeah, off site. That'd be one of the products
Agreed.
that we could definitely do.
I'll take a quick one here.
Okay.
Are we likely to see more left-handed offerings in iron releases this year? Blades specifically? Well, there's left-handed blades from TaylorMade.
Yep.
There are...
Cobra.
Okay, you already said it. Cobra has a left-handed blade.
Left-handed blade.
Hopefully, it didn't blow a
Yeah.
secret, but
No,
whatever.
that'd
Cobra
be-
has a really nice set of left-handed blades coming, so yeah, I would say your left-handed offerings are taking a little bit of a leap, 100%.
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Yeah.
Yemen is my LTDX LS out of date now. New one an option.
Still a good driver.
No, still a good driver for you. 14 launch, 2500, 145 ball speed.
Is that his
that's
numbers?
like every time
time.
he just he hits a
Except
decent
for
one.
Thursday night.
Aye,
Nothing to complain about there, then. Is there?
shanky.
We'll be doing all the head-to-heads, I would say, the month of February. We'll be doing 2022 drivers versus 2023 drivers,
Yeah.
so you guys will get all that kind of information that month, I would say,
Exactly.
leading up to the old bracket.
What would Sean Connery say to Yemen? Shanks very much.
Well, there's David from KBS, eh?
David
we
in
met
there.
David at KBS Golf Experience. Yep, good meeting you too, David.
Good to
David
meet you, David.
Anderson worked at the really nice boutique shop. Where were we exactly?
Oh, what was that place that Trotty sent us to.
We went and had a sandwich at Mendocino's Farms or something.
Like that, yeah.
Anyway, really nice plaza. We're getting lunch.
The KBS experience.
And Ian just goes like, "Is that a KBS store?" So we went in, and David was.
Where Hanma is?
No. Although
Well,
we ate near there as well.
Yeah, no. We went to with Bill Lang and Keenan. We went to Eureka. Remember where we went to?
That's where Hanma is.
With Corey. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, David, it was good meeting you. Thanks for touring us around.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little shop.
Really good to meet you. Southern California Club Fitter of the Year.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Congratulations. That was awesome to hear.
All right.
Let's dive on in there. What else? Let's not undersell the return of the driver bracket.
Yeah, it's lingering.
That's who was with us. That's who, when we were talking about the Uber ride with the In and Out.
Scott.
It was Scott that was with us. That's right.
Scott, that's right.
Any Uber rides in Carlsbad with guys who have their dog in the passenger seat being fed an In and Out burger.
That's what we were talking about, Scott. We were talking that same thing.
We're literally driving by.
Same spot.
It was like
Draft Republic.
Draft Republic. That's what it is.
We rented a car this time, so we didn't have the pleasure of any eccentric Uber drivers, to say the least. That guy was a nut. I don't know what the hell that was, but it was funny.
No. Christian's asking, will the Callaway TCB be updated this year? Christian, no. They're going for another year on that product cycle. They were really, really pleased with it. You might see an extension potentially into the family, potentially, but you will not see another one.
Quick question here from Rich. When will the BGT driver shaft be available in the TXG online store? Is that slated?
Online store, no date, but in store.
It should be. I mean, send the other. I saw the
This week,
Mississauga?
tomorrow, Wednesday.
You have some in the back as well, don't you?
Yeah.
By Wednesday, it's in the Mason
store.
And Rich is asking about Vancouver. That's a yes, yeah? There's plans? Vancouver store? Eventually?
Yes, eventually. Yeah.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday.
Someday. A whisker with the anniversaries. What is planned for next Monday's TXG Live 5-year anniversary?
So that's from the first time we ever did it.
It must be.
Whisker, you got a hell of a memory.
You didn't forget, did you, Mikey, what wine will be served?
Should we drink next week? Next Monday's the 5-year anniversary.
We need to pop a little bottle of something. 5 years?
I will not be here.
Oh yeah, you won't be here. Shit.
Where are you going?
We got a PK for all the staff.
Where?
Mississauga, organized.
Oh, okay.
Ian and I will.
Scrap that.
Scrap. Well, we got a bunch of scotch in your office. We'll open one of those.
Yeah, we'll be into
I'm
something.
basically a wine sommelier. I can give you a whole.
I am a
tasting.
wine sommelier.
You-
One
yeah.
trip to Napa.
I'm in. I'm leaving the golf industry next.
I'm a sommelier. We had a sommelier at dinner.
We did, yeah.
That was
He knew
something
stuff,
else.
didn't he?
The Cobra boys put all the
I know.
pressure. They're like, Matt,
Oh.
choose a wine. I'm like, where's the
Matt,
sommelier? Help me.
You were literally like, guys, you sure you want to let me make this call?
And they're like, oh, you do the taste. I'm like, okay, sure. Your funeral. Good point by Rob H here. Big Al has done G430 review already. Yes, Australia and Asia have a different release cycle. They are already embargo lifted there. They don't do the same thing in North America and Europe. So if you haven't seen Big Al's review, go watch it because that's the only place you can go.
Yeah. Stakey, what are your opinions on TrackMan indoors versus outdoors and GC Quad same test? Are indoor TrackMan numbers really that off? Well, I think that's the beauty of GC Quad, right? So the indoor is the outdoor. It's exactly the same, measured the same way. The only difference being the barometer is obviously active on the outdoor, so the elements such as altitude and etc., temperature are obviously playing their part. The one thing I will say about TrackMan in the indoor environment, it is now significantly better than it was. We experienced when the three of us were down at Ping, though, if you are limited on space between strike and screen, you will still get some of those dodgy numbers.
It
needs a little space. I would
don't
say
know how far. What do you think?
I would say 12 feet minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
I mean, TrackMan might say we have 10 feet spaces that it still works, but I wouldn't be confident in
It'd be
saying
nice
that
to have
you.
like 15, 20 feet.
I would say if you could, the more the better. And if you can get more, plus the overhead
So I was
light,
going to say
you're on
the
fire.
lighting system, the RCT ball, and the
Yes.
space. Then
Like
yeah.
when the light's on that lighting system, my home club has it. I mean, it looks so nice.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
brightens up a
we're,
bit.
Yeah.
I think we're like 18 feet to the screen.
which
We're
is
up.
amazing.
So
And
you're
it
right
probably
on.
won't miss a beat,
No,
really.
it's
Good.
Really
I think the TPS TrackMan Performance Studio 9 is the latest software. Fantastic. Really
love their
impressed visually with that. So
Their golf courses look good. Like if you want to play sim golf.
So
it's
good.
amazing. They just, I don't think they're rivaled, if I'm being honest, in terms of the software. I really don't think they're rivaled. We just find for right now, in in our setting and stuff like that, quad works great for us,
Still doing
indoor and outdoor. But
Yep.
TrackMan, if the conditions for you are right, is
Yeah.
a phenomenal
We've seen it
option.
do great. And obviously outside it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
Jay Hoff, the match was horrible and Tiger was the worst of the four.
Jay, not a Tiger fan.
I'm not sure what you were expecting. I mean, they had 7 birdies in 10 holes
Did they really?
on the Spieth
Yeah, someone
Thomas
sent me a
team.
message and they were like, "Oh, this is boring," and Tiger's getting absolutely whacked.
Your mic's fine. You're just not talking as loud. That's all.
Your mic's turned it in as well.
Listen, people pipe down.
Just talk a bit louder.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on, let me fix you.
Just talk like you've had 2 bottles of red.
Let me
don't
fix
drink.
you.
I don't drink.
Huh?
Oh no, you already are
You
quiet.
were Steven.
Aye.
He was.
Right.
Okay, what else we got?
Enunciate.
Marco, let's take this from Marco. We don't usually take questions like this. What are your top game improvement and super game improvement irons? Marco is 60 years old and he's getting back to playing again after 25 years away. Very nice, Marco. What do you like for Marco in the game or super game improvement realm?
Sub 70.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to want to spend a ton of money, so some of the
a good
direct
point.
consumer options are fantastic.
If I had it in front of me, I'd show you. But the sub 70s we tested today were good.
Yeah, 699. It was sounded good.
I mean,
Sexio.
6 years. Zexio's a little
It's
on
just
the price
budget.
side.
Decide.
I think what's that PXG one? The game improvement
yeah,
set. There's like a
everything I
pack.
looked at.
There's like a
0211.
package
GI.
set.
Oh.
No, that, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is
Is
it?
that Z? Is it like a?
I don't know what they're
I
called.
don't know.
I forget what it's called.
But
But there's something with a
there's-
Z in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some-
their package set was
That,
good.
that package set's like 10 or 11 clubs. It's a
I can
very
look it up.
reasonable price.
I'll look it up right
yeah,
now.
I
How
think
long
that's
did it
pretty
possibly
good.
take me? It was something with a Z, yeah? Like you saw it. You've seen it.
Mick Crawley. How are we, Mick? Afternoon. Callaway GBB iron or 14 TB5. For you, TB5. You don't need some GBB rocket launchers.
0211Z,
I thought it was a Z. Yeah.
$16.95 US for a full set. Putter to driver in a bag.
Jeez, oh.
So,
It's a really good, I think, for somebody coming back into it.
so Marco, that might be one to look at.
Yeah.
I
think that's
honestly,
great
even
value.
from other direct-to-consumer brands, I bet you don't beat that price.
No,
No,
That's putter to driver
that's impressive.
really good.
with a fairway wood or hybrid. Yeah, buy that.
That's-
$16.95. You're not going to do much better than that.
No, it's a great deal. How many sets do you want?
You will never have enough.
Here's the thing.
I don't have that many sets.
For next year,
Oh no, don't even start.
Yeah.
14 only.
no, not 14 sets.
14.
No, you can have a couple of drivers.
I get
What
to
is
start
this
fresh
couple
as of Jan
drivers?
1.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Couple of drivers, 2 or 3 shafts, 2 sets of irons, couple of sets of wedges, couple of everything, but not 10 of everything.
I don't have 10 of everything.
Okay, 12. A super chatting from Shane Peter Murphy. For those of us with launch monitors, can you define the ball striking parameters you'd like to see for someone good enough to play 223s?
Ian's personal favorite.
Yeah, I love those minus the 5 in the wedge. The rest were great.
Is Eamon playing those now?
Not well.
Oh,
Thinking about him?
wearing down the hosel.
I need grooves in the hose.
Oh boy. Okay, so sorry. What are the
For
best?
those of us with launch monitor, the ball striking parameters.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to obviously want to monitor standard deviation on ball speed. That'd be probably one of the first places to start. So making sure you're not jumping all over the place on ball speed. That's going to be your key indicator where you're striking it in the face. I would say there's plenty of forgiveness in those, though. I would not say it's a distance enhancing golf club. I know it's probably the quickest of that design of iron that Mizuno have had in the past, but I didn't feel like I kind of had lots of pop with it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Felt like it was fine for distance, but just not overly jumpy by any means. I mean, I say ball striking parameters in terms of launch angle and ball flight or delivery.
Skill,
I'm not sure.
I think he's probably asking about like what you were saying.
Club speed as well.
Strike quality, strike consistency.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say anyone below the 81, 82 mile an hour mark would do all that well with them.
Right.
Just in that they're not really
They're not
ball
helping
speed
you.
enhancing.
No.
The CG isn't particularly low, so you're not going to get that high launch, high speed.
It's a very mid iron, isn't it? It would fit a
It does. I
low to
mean,
mid
we could
handicap.
fit a lot of people and generally do.
Yeah. The
So,
old 223s.
yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
The old 223s.
Christian is asking, were you guys impressed with the new P7MB? Any turf interaction differences? Still playing P730 but need to upgrade. I'll say this. When I hit the original P7MB, I felt like a 50 handicap.
Yeah.
This past time when we were at the Bridges doing the live, I actually felt like I hit some decent irons with it, like mid irons.
Yeah.
Ian hit the 3-iron. He hit a couple of like lasers with the 3-iron. I want to say they've subtly made it more forgiving. Not forgiving in the traditional sense, but it's a little beefier. I just thought the originals were ridiculous. I just felt I couldn't hit a good shot if I tried.
Yeah.
P730 was such a nice shape.
I love the
I really
P730.
like 730.
Yeah, I did as
You
well.
preferred that one?
Yeah, I mean, I really like P7MB as well. I really did. I thought
they
the
did a good
shape
job
of
this
that
year.
was nice. But I do think I think what we experienced, Matty, was probably a little bit of that reposition of the bar at the back.
So it was more toe before?
It was more tall before.
And now it was
repositioned
more
it a little bit more
symmetrical.
central, and that feel that that you were talking about there is probably just how solid that felt.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian, they're worth a look, bud.
Step P. I'm trying to pull steel fiber shafts from a few heads, but the glue is not letting go. 2 different club makers have given up. Any
Wow.
tips? Steph, if you are local, or you want to mail them to us,
From TXG.
Yeah, we could definitely help. I mean, it's. I'm not sure why.
It literally won't come out?
I mean, hopefully there's a shaft puller, a torch.
I mean, you don't want to go crazy with the heat, obviously.
I'm kind of afraid.
Yeah, yeah.
Must be, unless it's, whoever built them hasn't used glue and they used
Cement,
yeah.
effectively.
This is a good question from Stu. Stu's asking, do you need to have a counterbalance shaft in a Ping G425? How much swing weight would there be if I move from Alta CB to Ventus Blue? And Ventus Blue is somewhat lower balance point.
Yeah.
How many swing weight points is that? Like 6?
Yeah, you go from D4 to D7, 8.
Yeah, so it would be heavy.
You'd be about D8.
So Stu, generally speaking,
Yeah.
yes, counterbalance is your best bet. What can you do? What
Go
else?
short.
Can you
Go shorter.
shorter. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a custom weight kit. You can go a little bit lighter in that back weight.
Okay.
Or go back down to around 45, or even, depending on the balance point, the shaft 45 and a quarter. Depending.
CB's what, 46, 44, 45 and a half?
45 and 3
That's
quarters.
stock. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be a way he could play Ventus Blue
Yeah.
and not go crazy with this
Yeah.
thing. Okay. Cool.
George is asking, Ian, what driver shaft are we currently gaming? Nice to see speed going up. George, I'm in a Ventus Red TR. Yeah.
It's a lovely shaft.
Lovely shaft. Yeah, you really enjoyed that one when we were away, didn't you?
I had it in a bunch of stuff. Fairwood, drivers. It's a great shaft.
Nice. It worked very, very well.
It's good in many ways.
Yep, no, I like it. It's not an overly. It's definitely not soft.
No.
And a few people commenting yesterday, just saying, surprised you're playing that shaft at kind of that 110, 112 club head speed. I don't find it soft at all.
No, I swung it. It felt fine to me.
That's what I said that to someone. I said, Matty's playing. He's like, oh, that must be
Yeah.
good. I'll try it.
Like Ventus Red, it feels too soft to me.
Yeah.
I can't really play with Ventus Red unless you modify it. But the TR felt great in the
Yeah.
driver to me. I didn't have any issue.
Boys, what do we think? Is Liv going to survive? What are our thoughts? We discussed Liv a fair bit, didn't we, when we were down there? It was
did.
a hot topic.
Everyone, it's a hot topic with people that are non-golfers
Yeah.
too. I always have these conversations lately. I think, where did that question go? Oh, there it is, Grant.
Yeah, just below.
I think at this point, I mean, my opinion initially when it was getting talked about, I thought it would fizzle out.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe now it's reached a point of establishment where it's not going to fizzle out. It's established.
Yeah.
The contracts are being paid. You've got players coming, not going.
They
It's
seem
not
happy.
going anywhere.
Most
They
importantly,
do seem happy.
the players who are over there,
They're
you're
not-
not
they're
seeing
not.
anyone kind of bounce out it
No.
and going, well, that sucks.
I made a horrible
That wasn't what I
choice.
was
Yeah.
signed up for. I mean, obviously, I think there's a lot of money involved, so
Yes.
you'd expect them to be happy in the short term. But I don't see.
It's not going anywhere.
I'm trying to think who. Somebody did tell me actually. I'm just as I said that. Somebody did tell me a couple of their players are not as happy as they thought they would be.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah,
But
that could be anything.
that could be.
you know.
People are like that with the PGA Tour.
Totally. Yeah. True.
Tell you though, for Liv, I was playing golf with a guy when I was away, and he's got a few buddies that play Latin American and Corn Ferry and stuff like that. Liv next year will have Monday qualifiers.
Yeah.
If you qualify, it's an
Fascinating.
automatic $125,000 in your bank account. So
Just as soon as you Monday.
once you
I
Monday,
think that actually
That's a
is
game changer.
that could be the master stroke that makes it.
100%.
Did you,
tons
are you the
of
one that
sense.
said that they should televise that? We were talking with someone. They were
I
like,
was saying we
televise
should
the
tell-
Mondays.
I would be more interested in who turns up to the Live qualifier than I would be on actually tuning into Live.
because it's one round of golf for
Yep.
200 grand basically.
Yep. I 100% think they should publish that.
And that's what the guy was saying.
They
He's
can.
like,
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll make more money from a Monday qualifier if you qualify once than
Yes.
some guys have made 4 years.
For
trying not
years.
to.
Totally.
Christopher is asking. He has his TXG polo from a few years back, and he plans on bringing back some TXG garments. What's the merch plan for 2023, boys? I haven't been around to discuss it, but are there plans to build something out again and get?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
Obviously, new logo and everything.
new
and-
logo. It's time for a refresh and. We didn't really get any. We got head covers at the start. Was that the start of the year?
I
No, I think it was
over
last
the
year.
winter.
Last year.
So maybe the PGA show will be a chance for us to really go visit some booths and see what we like.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
TXG bag.
Sorry, the vessel bag. Yeah, the vessel bag was good.
The vessel bag was nice, not the one you had commissioned.
Did you have something horrendous?
Oh, I called someone overseas to see if they could make us something.
Yeah, it'll be a Christopher. It'll be something we do
Just
at the
don't get it
PGA
wet,
show.
it'll melt.
Um,
The paper mache.
Jamie wants to know if we're going to do Ping I-525 versus other players' irons. Probably won't make a video. What do you guys think of I-525s versus kind of the other categories? Does it do well?
Yeah, it does.
As well,
I mean,
maybe?
it's in that category. I think it's a little bit in the larger side, footprint-wise. So
Okay.
I can go there as a little bit of a bridge between game improvement and that kind of
That's a good point.
that kind of hollow body design.
Yep. We won't be seeing a video, Jamie, but that is the scoop. Just gonna zip to the bathroom, boys. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Hold down the fort.
Freddie is asking, can Mizuno 225 irons handle being bent 3 degrees weak? Yes. Yeah, pretty much any Mizuno, any of the hot metal line, anything can definitely handle that without too much difficulty. Have you done any testing of the Callaway ChromeSoft LS?
Yeah, we did a long time ago.
We have.
Pretty good.
Yeah. It actually was, of all the balls we tested at that time, we tested, I think, Left Dash, Pro V1X, we done ChromeSoft XLS. It was the one that had probably the best distance with the most wedge spin.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was very, very good on that. What do you see, Michael?
Aiden. I picked up a TaylorMade Stealth 3 hybrid with a hazardous X stiff, but I can't get it off the ground. Driver swing speed 105. Is it a speed issue, not hitting down enough?
Who knows? I mean, you swing the golf club around 105, you could get a 3 hybrid with pretty much any shaft in the air, right? So it's not a speed thing, Aidan. I wouldn't suggest. I wouldn't say that's helping a ton. I mean, hazardous X stiff is not what you would play,
No.
but
Hazardous A-flex.
aye, the red one. But yeah, I would say it's a delivery issue. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's speed. Yeah. Strike point, probably a little low in the head, something like that as well.
That's a good one. Who makes the most forgiving fairway woods?
That's a good one. I mean, I guess it depends back to the old what defines forgiveness, doesn't it?
What do you need, right? Every company has a forgiving model now. That's the thing. It didn't used to be the case.
Ping makes it good.
I mean, ping generally is a good answer, yeah?
Yeah.
Hard to go wrong with a ping
I
max.
think, yeah, a ping. I mean, that's consistency. As much as people seem to dislike the name, it works.
It works. It does do it.
We were down there and we saw multiple examples of that. I would say the bonded stealth is very forgiving.
Is it, yeah?
Very forgiving.
Standard stealth.
Standard stealth, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Zhao is asking, any plans to expand into Europe and Portugal if possible? Good weather, food and great golf courses. Zhao, I'd love to get into Portugal. I love the Algarve.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Whatever, close enough.
Abracadabra, you thinking of?
Abracadabra. Portuguese chicken. Good
I
wine.
love a little Portuguese chicken. Algarve is a special place down in the kind of Villamura area, Quinta do Lago. TaylorMade have a fitting centre at Quinta on the range there at Quinta South. Amazing spot. One of my absolute favourite places to play golf. And the weather and wine is fantastic as well. Michael, not that you like either of those things.
Michael doesn't like wine and weather.
Or weather.
Steph's saying the puller and the heat doesn't work. One shaft broke. Well, there's a problem how they were built in the first place, because if you're using a puller, a professional puller, and a heat gun or torch, and it's not working, they were badly assembled.
Yeah, something's wrong there.
Yeah.
They honestly could be used with like a, not an epoxy, or maybe not a club building epoxy.
Yeah. Yeah. But I would like them to use that, whatever that it was, to fill some of the potholes around the city, because if it's that hard wearing,
it'll last more than a year.
oh my God, the roads are just a mess again.
Yeah.
As soon as
Once
it
it starts
starts
to
snow
snow,
and
no.
ice, yeah,
No chance.
it's crap. I got one here from Brian.
Go for it.
Brian says, all things being equal, what is the effect of increasing the front weight from 6 grams to 12 grams on the Rogue ST Triple Diamond? So basically putting the weight to the front, heavy weight in the front.
You'll generally see slightly less launch, slightly increased ball speed, and lower spin.
That's
But
the general
all of the things being marginal. I mean, if you're dealing with 205 grams and you move 6, don't expect to see a massive change.
Yeah, subtle.
Yes.
Okay. I got one here from Christian.
Okay.
Super. Christian says,
Is your mic on? People
Oh,
say
yeah,
they
it's
can't
on.
hear you.
Did you hear me now?
talk again, Mikey?
Hello.
Yeah, Mikey's mic. I mean, I can turn it up a little bit if you want, but it can't be that quiet.
I can hear myself.
You're too quiet.
Okay, I'm turning Mikey up.
Can you hear me now?
You'll probably ruin the whole afternoon's filming, but we'll turn it up for this.
Silverbow.
Okay, sorry. So Christian is saying, enough of the Christmas music, you two.
What do you mean it's Christmas?
It's not.
We can get away with it. No? This week?
It's Christmas
12th.
almost over. Look at that tree.
I know.
So good.
Balls. Proper treat that
Oh,
hotel
yeah.
where we were at.
At La Costa,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Back to Christian. Christian says the lighter iron shaft is working great in his 4 and 5 iron. Okay. He tried Dynamical 105 in the scoring irons. They ballooned like crazy. 90 mile an hour 7 iron on TrackMan. Is this common? I don't think the shaft is the reason you're ballooning your 7 iron. That would be my guess.
Christian, if Keenan Phillips was sitting right here, he'd tell you to play AMTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
AMTs would be
yeah.
a better choice.
So you've kind of got the 112 gram 4 iron, you've got the 130 gram pitching wedge, and 3 gram increments in between. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lovely.
Right.
Oh, apparently you left people hanging, Mikey.
On what?
What iron shaft did you end up going with after the video with Oban, Project X, LS, KBS, Modus? What did you end up going with? Mikey plays LA golf shafts.
I don't even remember that video. Do you?
I do.
Okay, well, whatever the case, you're playing L series?
Yeah, L series.
LA golf.
But
I think-
from that video, probably I went Modus.
I don't think that was a fitting video, though. I think it was
Just
just
a
a
test.
testing
Oh, was
video.
it?
Yeah.
So Mikey would have chosen the Modus, but he is playing LA golf
Yeah. Mikey doesn't remember what he done.
5 minutes ago.
I was going to say.
Too much equipment.
Nadia is asking wedge shaft video, please. Different weights. Yeah, I think that's one we can definitely get into. Some of the wedge shaft options.
Because there's Project X wedge out.
Yep.
We can talk
Yep.
about it.
We have it. Right
Yep.
now.
So I think we're planning to do a video on that anyway.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah, it'd be good to get some. If David, if you're still watching, maybe we can connect with you and get some KBS, some high rev shafts or some 610s,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Some crazy stuff.
Yeah, but it'd be good to put some different shafts into wedges and do a little bit of testing.
Lovely.
That would be good.
Matthew's asking if there'll be a new P790 in 2023. That makes sense, yeah. 2021.
Probably in the
Yeah.
end of the year. Fall.
Yeah, Matthew, that probably makes sense. Late 2023, Mikey says. Okay, what else we got? Tyler's asking if Graphite Design Tour AD UB is similar to Ventus Blue. Any similarities there?
Is that the one we all got fit for?
Yeah.
I find UB still a bit whippy down below.
Okay, so Ventus plays a bit firmer.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. RB says that you're still in recovery after all the red wine you drank. I would say that's probably accurate.
I wish.
Needs to go
You
recovery.
feel too good?
It wore off too fast.
That's a good question. In your two opinions, Justin wants to know which irons have the best look at address. Of the current things you can buy, what looks the best at address? Including stuff we've just tested, whatever. If you've seen it in person, you can choose it. And you guys are answering this because I haven't seen nearly
I'm
enough.
trying to go through all the irons in my head right now. I still think Mura TC201 or that new 502 is very clean. Just looks
The little MB?
looks perfect to me in my
Yeah, the
opinion.
address on that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the 201s. There's some really nice stuff that we just saw down in Carlsbad.
Yep.
But I think honestly, I think we can answer it, but we'll probably give you a different answer than what you would say.
Yeah.
I think it's a very personal thing.
It also depends on what category of irons
yeah.
you can play.
I was really impressed with 0311T, the PXG
Yes.
irons.
Yes.
I loved that shape. I thought
Great
that was
shape.
really, really nice.
Titleist T100S. or
Yeah, you
T100.
can't go wrong with
T100s are
200s.
nice. Yeah. To be honest, I still love a set of 620 CBs.
Yeah,
I still love a set of 620
Yeah,
CBs.
they're nice.
So
So,
underrated.
yeah. Lots and lots of good stuff. David's still here, and we'll reach out and get some wedge shafts for testing. David, really appreciate that, pal. Yep, that would be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be really, really good.
Nicholas, super. Nicholas says he's thinking about doing a 3/8 inch progression iron build. Like the idea of long scoring clubs and standard length long irons. Thoughts on a build like this? What are your thoughts, boys?
I mean, I still like standard progression in my opinion. But yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, tinker, right? Try and see what you think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Interested to see what your swing weights come out to, but
3/8 versus half inch. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not really talking a massive difference.
Pretty subtle.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, give it a shot. Why
I
not?
just always think, we spoke at Decent Length to Cobra about this because they gave us some interesting stats around one length
Yep,
and
that's right.
the usage of one length. I kind of always just default to the people who make these decisions on what general swing weight should be, general length progression should be. They're smarter than me and
Yeah,
us.
that's fair enough.
So like I kind of default to, I've not seen anything work better yet So I'm quite happy to go in that direction.
Yeah, that makes sense. Unlikely you're going to come up with something that a whole team of engineers just didn't catch.
And that's the thing, like when you look at swing weight matching, MOI matching, whatever it is, like, yeah, I mean, no one has invented something that is significantly outperforming everything,
Yeah.
right? No one has in any which way. But if it works for you and you've tried it and you get good results with it, it's not to say then that that's what's right for everyone.
Yeah.
I see too much of that and I hear too much of that. You know, somebody goes and gets a set of one lengths and then they go, this is the best thing ever. I know people who hate one lengths. I know people who love one lengths. My old boss, my great pal at Helensburgh Golf Club, Fraser Hall, will say the same thing, bag of 7-irons. Why wouldn't I love a bag of 7-irons?
Yeah.
I love a 7-iron.
Yeah.
So I love a 7-iron. Every time I practice with a 7-iron.
Yep.
So that makes sense to me. But is it right for everyone? No.
There was a cool stat, I think, Maddie, when you and I were away last year with Cobra, they were telling us like the COVID golfers that joined, a lot of them, their sales in single length was insane.
Huge.
I don't know the exact number, but I guess if you're coming back to the game or new to the game, it is something different.
Yeah.
So, I think they described it as a simpler way to learn the game.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan Lynn goes, have you boys ever goofed around with leather grips? Any thoughts on that?
I have for a whole season, Ryan. Yep, I like them. I'm not sure if I'll do it again next year. They've aged fine, but they're very hard. Like the tack is there, but they're going hard, and I feel like the vibration's a bit strong. So I think I might go back to rubber for next year. I would 100% recommend them though if you have a sweaty hand or you play in hot conditions. They're great. I just think maybe the 2-year life of them is a bit ambitious, and they're so expensive that I'm not replacing those every year. That's not happening.
No.
For $30-$40.
Nope, definitely not. And do we get Super here?
Where's that? Cole?
Is there one?
We got Cole.
Okay.
I got. That's the one there.
Let's grab Cole.
Cole. Okay, Cole says, my 9-year-old son has been playing junior golf the last 2 years. Very good. He wants a new driver. You have a stealth head already. How can I get a shaft for one? TXG. Don't have anyone to fit a junior close to me. Okay. So he has a stealth head already. How do you get a shaft for a junior club?
I would book a virtual fit with us. So reach out. Email us at info@txg.ca. We'll book a little virtual fit. We'll get some measurements for your son. And we'll offer you a few different price points. We have a junior shaft selection, a little matrix that we use for juniors, so we can give you some really good options.
Smashing.
Al 10587 is saying, I remember Ian saying, I don't like tip weights. What would you suggest is the best option for swing weighting irons that need extra head weight? I mean, listen, if you need a tip weight, you need a tip weight. I'd rather the clubs are built to the proper spec than not have a tip weight. We talking earlier about, I think it was Brian who was asking about, 6 grams at the front of the driver versus 12 grams at the front of the driver, 6 grams not being that much. Well, yeah, if that's, what's that, 2.5% of roughly of the overall weight of the club, a 4 or 5 gram tip weight going into a 260 gram head, not a big deal. So I would say, I don't love tip weights. I would rather use clubs from a company that don't really require tip weights. I'd rather go there first.
So you do the weight sorting thing?
Yeah,
that's
just go
how
through
you do it?
weight sort them and things like that. The tolerances on my Muras are our Muras are exceptional, right? So you generally never need a tip weight. Heavier rather than lighter, which is my preference. So,
gotcha.
I'd just say that's one of the things you invest in when you go with some of these brands that are potentially a little bit more expensive. Again, we recently tested out PXG. Their heads have that adjustable weight in the back.
Which is smart as hell.
Totally is. So no tip weights required. Any adjustment of the mass can be done directly behind the sweet spot. It's where you want it to be. The reason I don't like tip weights, generally speaking, is that if you were going to put weight in the club head. The last place you'd want it would be in the hosel, high in the hosel. It would just be about the worst place you could put additional weight.
Wouldn't be your choice.
Would not. No.
Okay.
The nice thing too with our build quality is if we see a head that's kind of out of whack, I mean, we either pull it and use it for another set and try to grab it if we have it in stock. So, you know, you get clubs built by us or Club Champion or a respected club builder.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's what they're
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Super here from Elaine, sorry. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but hi guys, thoughts on Miura KM700? Is that what you had?
Yep.
What type of player would they fit?
Shite one.
Nah, shite player.
A Mikey. What type of player would they fit, and can you compare them to, you know, something from TaylorMade or something like that? What do you think? Is it like
I think the head is a bit bigger than 770, like the footprint of it.
Is
But
it?
It's definitely
Definitely
it's
a bit
definitely sleeker and a little bit thinner top line than a 770.
Is it hollow, that thing?
No.
Oh no,
No.
it's not a pocket.
Nope.
Nope. Solid forging.
So what kind of handicap range do you think?
I mean, you could play that at
10 handicap.
yeah, if you're a 15 like Mikey or no, like I think you could go down as low as scratch or plus.
Okay.
No issue. I wouldn't want you straying too much more than 10 or 12.
Anything with the sole that makes it better for a steep or shallow player, like anything like that?
An interesting sole. I mean, they talked a lot about the turf interaction with it. That was kind of that. Forget exactly what they call it. Sweet toe or something
toe,
like that.
yeah,
They talked about.
Sweep toe.
Yeah, something along those lines. But it was.
Well, Mikey, you're fairly shallow, and they were good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I really do
Yeah.
like them. I feel like they're a bit jumpier than my 501s are.
Okay, so a little more pop off the
Yeah,
face. So if you're looking for a bit of distance,
Which
perhaps.
is in translate when you're talking about something that has been forged and pounded the way that a Miura forging has. What you're really talking about is the mass is located correctly, right? Because there's jumpiness doesn't exist on a forging.
Yeah, the
like
face
that.
isn't moving.
We're not talking about floating faces and trampoline effect. We're talking about mass.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's take two more, boys.
Couple more, okay.
Ian, your choice.
Are we any more supers? We've got one
there
here,
is one
Ryan
from-
Lynn.
Oh, there's more than one then.
Okay. Ryan, I love the practicality of the AMT white, but I like the profile of Project X.
Okay.
Ever seen 6.0 mid irons and 6.5 short irons as an example? Love the vids. I love that idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea, Ryan.
Great
I think
drawing.
that's really makes sense. Why not? Absolutely, why not? Yeah, four
Is that-
to 7 or something like that, and 6.0s and 8 to wedge and 6.5, jump up 5 grams, a little bit more of a
So kind
stiffer
of
tip
making
profile.
a flighted set, basically.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. You could even go the next step. You could potentially hard step 5.5s and go 115 in the long irons. Weight wise, go 120 with the 6.0s in the mid irons and go 6.5, 125
Do
grams.
3.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I can
you
see
could
that.
definitely do that. I like what you're thinking, Ryan. I like creative thinking like that.
Yeah, but that makes sense. That's rational. Bo is asking, how much better do clubs actually get year to year for most golfers? Yep, saw that. Is it mostly looks and slight performance upgrades? So basically, he's saying for an average player, let's say someone who's a 15 handicap, every year, what do you guys think? We're talking incremental, unless a company has had a bad release and now they've got a good release.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the only time where really all of a sudden you're like kind of, oh boy, that's worth upgrading.
We generally say that, don't we? 3 to 5 years is kind of
Is a good
the
replacement
right
cycle.
window. Movement like if you are in an M5 TaylorMade in stealth is a whole new technology, right? That's about the right timeline. So you miss Sim 2, you go into stealth, something like that. So
Gotcha. You want to take this one from Whisker and we'll finish on that?
let's do that.
Good question. So Whisker's asking, basically, if there's anything you've heard of, are there any new emerging materials in golf clubs or golf balls that any of you are excited to see coming in the future? What do you have your ear to the ground on?
That whole graphene thing dead?
No, I think graphene will always be a material. It just depends how how fast science or kind of almost, I don't know if you would call it chemical engineering, but like.
Is it only in the golf ball so far?
I mean, realistically, it's really not in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a small amount.
It's such a small
I
amount.
get it, I get it.
You know, and even with the golf ball, like that was the graphene layer
Yes.
to enhance the structural integrity of the core. I mean, yeah, graphene is something that really is. And if companies were, it'd be very cost prohibitive right now to use graphene in its kind of form right now.
Yeah. So it's a ways off.
Yeah, I mean, something that is exceptionally strong and exceptionally light and exceptionally flexible is always going to be interesting as a material in the golf industry. They have not yet figured out how to manipulate it to make it versatile enough to use it in all these types of products.
Okay.
It probably is the next. It's probably the next great breakthrough when you can make something that. I mean, we held some carbon crowns.
I know, carbon fiber
right?
is so light as it is.
Like at some point, you know, having a graphene, you know, crown that is basically just like you actually could close your eyes. Am I holding it or am I not?
Yeah.
I mean, it could weigh less than a gram.
And then in shafts, no?
Definitely in parts of shafts.
Right.
Definitely in parts
Certain
of
areas
shafts.
of it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think because ultimately, if you're going to provide the head with stability but have discretionary weight to play with, you're going to want to go light and strong.
Yeah.
Right. That way you can retain the durability, but also move the weight into areas where you can maximize its performance.
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Cool.
So
Yeah, I
it'd
think
be a little while, but before that, I think that's an option.
Maybe like a 5 to 10 years from now, I might start seeing
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, certainly on the higher end than that. I mean, when the scientists first found graphene, I think it was Manchester University, they had found it from taking, I think it was like lead shavings from a pencil,
Really?
and they put it onto Scotch-Brite tape. And basically what they found looking under the microscope, when they turned the tape over, they saw the shavings had basically formed a lattice. So the atom-sized shapes had kind of basically come together to create a structure. So when they basically removed it from the tape, they actually saw that you could literally hold up this physical layer. And that's how it is. So right now they can make clumps of graphene. They just can't manipulate it into...
Say like, hey, I'm going to make a shaft shape and
Yeah, not yet.
Okay. All right, officially last question, because John just jumped in there with a super. Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
Thank you for lunch.
John said, sorry it was so cold. It was a wee bit chilly,
It
wasn't
was a little bit chilly in San Diego, but we can't complain. It's
No.
better than here.
No complaints.
John wants to know thoughts on Speeder Evolution 7 in a TSR2 driver. That's what he was fit for.
Nice.
Seems to be working nice. Ventus was a bit too much shaft for me. So what do you think of that combination?
I like it, yeah. I think that's Evolution 7, the speeder line, very, very smooth, not particularly stiff. So what I like in that too, I mean, if you were, I'd probably say, I don't think actually any of the reds would be similar to Evolution 7. I would say probably standard blue, and maybe if you played whatever flex profile, but not tip it at all.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tip it at all.
Not tip it at all. Yeah,
Gotcha.
just keep that feel up a little bit would be ideal.
But a nice combination overall there for John.
Really nice, John. Really
Lovely.
nice.
Okay. Well, guys, I think we are going to get back to filming.
Yeah.
So we've already filmed a couple this morning, which is great. And I think we got 1 or 2 more to do. You will see us next Monday for a holiday theme. No, I'm just joking. Last live before the
Ugly
holidays.
Christmas sweaters?
I'll try my best. I don't even have a red
I
shirt.
don't have one.
I got nothing.
No.
Yeah, one more live next Monday before Christmas break. So you'll see videos all this week. You'll see videos all next week. And then we'll have a little bit of a break for Christmas.
Mikey won't be with us next week because you are leaving the team on a PK with Ping.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Just be
Christmas wishes for Michael.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Say goodbye
holidays.
to Michael.
Merry Christmas.
You will see him in the new year.
Have a wonderful holiday.
Many happy returns.
Enjoy the food. Have
Yeah.
some drinks.
Attaboy.
Watch Muppets Christmas Carol.
Have you watched it yet?
Maybe.
Once
Is
or
that,
twice?
is that your favorite?
This is favorite.
I got to watch Christmas Vacation. I need to get that under my belt. That's my annual.
Yeah.
Me and the wife.
Trace and I done the holiday last night. That's
Yeah.
So good.
That's a tradition.
Four Christmas
Or
is,
Christmas.
is
I
a
love
great
Vince
movie.
Vaughn. So fun.
I love that movie.
And any Hallmark movie, just cheesier the
Yeah,
better.
no, I watched the Hallmark yesterday.
So did I.
You lose me on that.
I know.
You totally lose me on
it's-
that. No, I can't stand those movies.
jeez.
Okay, cool.
Good stuff.
We will see you guys soon. Thanks
Okay.
for tuning in.
Have a good
Okay?
week, guys.
Take it easy.
Cheers.